How y'all doing today? Today, last night was, good God, holy cow! Last night, man. I well, I started my night off. How you doing, by the way, Yuki? I started my night off by chugging an entire bottle of Gamer Sup, a 24-ounce bottle. Mm. I got. They have a deal going on right now where you get one of their waifu cups, that, as well as a full 100 serving tub for the same price of just a tub. Why wouldn't I go for that? If I'm going to pay $10 shipping, I might as well get a cup too. You know? But, I like it. The girl on the cup this month is apparently, her name is Android 69. I mean, it had to go for the nice number, you know? Holy crap, that that dropped just then. So Yuki, I don't know if you tuned in last time. I don't know if you tuned in for this last time, but we built a really big drill array, and it's not even full size. It's so big and took so much material to make that we're gonna do it in 4 steps. The finished hole is going to be 10 high by 20 wide. So the first plunge is just going to be 10 high by 5 wide. And it's gonna go 3 pistons deep. I have 2 of the largest storage containers you can get in the game. Default game. You know, no modded storage or anything. That is also, ad is about to start. May have already started for some people. Is the music too loud? Do I need to turn down the music? Like, I'm pretty sure it's louder on my end than what you guys are hearing, but I can never be sure. I mean, it's loud enough to register on my mic, which is probably a bad thing. Let me turn down my volume. And by volume, I meant my TV. Yeah, I can lower it on the stream for you guys. Give me just a sec. Oh. There we go. That better? It was at 6%. Now it's at 3%. Alright. Let's bring the keyboard in. I have been waiting to do this. It's already digging the ones that are so close. Alright. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, wow. The game is actually really loud there. I know it just muted on you guys. Just man, I'm really close to where those things are going off. There we go. All right. Piston set number 1 engaging. I will step back to save you guys ears. When that first piston fully extends, we'll extend the second set. But that's a big freaking hole. I gotta be careful. The business end of those things will tear me up in a heartbeat. I have one concern with this hole. Look, none of us are into dentata. None of us are into dentata, and we're not even going to go there. That right there is my only concern. If somehow that gets, that mines out a spot big enough that it hits that, that's a nuke going off right there, basically. That's a hydrogen tank and is near full compression. All right, still extending. I know it doesn't seem like it's gone very far yet. I know. I know it doesn't seem like it's gone very far. I switched back to gamer subs. I'm not kidding. So this is me having my little gamer energy drink rant. Here for a moment. Don't get G Fuel. I'd say it is about 60% filler. Because one scoop of this put into 16 ounces of water and shook up, I could set it down on my desktop and watch it settle out of the of suspension. It just crashes out almost immediately. It tastes chalky as shit. Never getting this again. No. Definitely going for the gamer subs in the future. Anime Girl Thigh is one of my personal favorites because it is orange dreamsicle flavored. Who doesn't like an orange dreamsicle? And I made this literally minutes before stream. I could go and put this in the fridge and drink it tonight at 10 o'clock when I get to work. It's still going to be just as orange. It's not going to have settled. There's no filler in it. And now, third one. Dude, this is going to be perfect. So, definitely, if you're looking for energy drink, one of the gamer, style supplements, don't get G Fuel. Don't get G Fuel. Get Gamer Supps. It's a little more. It costs a little more, but you get 100 servings with each purchase. And, it's like $5 more for 100 servings instead of 40 servings for $5 less. Also, I did go and check out that Mayday. It's a abandoned base that may or may not have active guns inside it. So, are we fully extended? Did it fully extend that fast? I mean, I knew it was going to be quick. Yeah, all three of them are extended completely. Um, I'm going to let it chew at that face a little longer, just so it mines out as much as possible. I doubt it's going to get much more, but our refinery should be going full tilt on all that stone. It's still got a wad of cobalt in it. It is chewing through that very slowly. Let's go see what that what these are, how these are like. I've got two here. Hopefully they this one's almost full. And this one doesn't have anything in it. Okay. Wait. Can I pull from that one? Into the current one? Okay. Yes, I can, which means they are connected. Good. They are connected. And it is still getting some off of it. Ba-dum-tsh. Alright, it looks like the lower ones have stopped finding anything to mine. The sound here is just terrifying. All right, so while it is getting a little bit of trace, I think we've gotten as much major as we're gonna get from this one. I won't I won't turn off the drills until it's fully retracted. It is kind of neat watching it retract. Technically speaking, each of the let's see, 10 by 5, each of the 150 pistons in this array is separately addressable if I really wanted to, even though you don't really have enough room to address that many on a on a hotbar. All right, I should be able to turn those off now. It'll slowly pull everything out of the drills once our refinery is done with that fracking cobalt. Dear God, it's stuck on that cobalt. Has been for a while. That cobalt is apparently really difficult to process. You know what? Let's take the cobalt out of there. We have 200 and what? Wait. What? What? I mean, that It's like a whole mining drill bigger than the freaking array. It's a whole mining drill larger around than the array. Oh, look, it's somebody who likes getting banned. Okay. You know, the suck part here is now I have to move the entire array over 5. So do I do that off stream and spend this stream planning out the way it's going to look on the inside? Or do I hmm what do you think, Yuki? Do we plan out the way it looks inside first? You know, like work out our color scheme and all that? Or do we jump straight to oh, right. I forgot. When I say there is a stupid amount of stuff waiting for us, I mean there's a stupid amount of stuff. That's as far as I'm willing to go before, because I'm worried about the drills. I do know I want the floors basically flat. Because, well, I'm planning on building here, so a flat surface to build on is kind of ideal. But what color do we want? Is the question that comes up. Do we want to maintain the dark gray and red aesthetic into our building area? am willing to sacrifice a little bit of internal space in order to I mean, I'm gonna have to build it out a little more right here, clearly, because the wall does funny things. I mean, I think I will be okay defining a little bit of the basics. You know, like this. I mean, I think switching the inside to pale blue or something out of the out of the blues out of the question, that would just be uncharacteristic, and clash with the red and black aesthetic. But maybe red with white, red with dark gray instead of the near black. Also, I'm almost out of oxygen. Let me go refill that. So yeah, no. So the plan for the base long term is this is the orange shipyard. So actually, uh, changing the red to orange and using a dark gray on the inside. Not terrible idea. Hmm. I, I'm thinking still primarily red and black, just because that has been our base aesthetic up to this point. But incorporate gray into the color scheme. Some not gray, orange into the color scheme. Whether it be for accents, not lighting, not entirely. Orange lighting would be absolutely hell to build ships by. God, could you imagine building ships by orange light? Maybe blue, but orange would feel. Oh, God, it would give me a headache. I could deal with blue and white. I don't think I could deal with orange. I am I'm well I'm welding this up because I do intend this to be airtight eventually. I intend us to be able to close this up and make it airtight because I want to be able to, you know, that's really honestly the only reason I need. I want to be able to make it airtight. This is the beginning of the interior of the base, basically. You know. Yeah, it wasn't a big follows, it was a cheap follows. Which honestly is even worse because then that's implying I'm poor, and while it's not wrong, it's still rude to say it, you know? I 100% am going to say I don't have a lot of money. Half the time, the only reason I get to eat on a regular basis is because my roommate brought home pizza from work. I'm not even going to deny that. But what I'm doing right now is just defining the corners that are going to be completely inaccessible because everything's going to be connected around them so that I can weld them up. So I'll be able to make the room airtight later. Last thing I want to do is find out there's a tiny corner somewhere that needed to be welded up and didn't get welded up. But yeah, I'm gonna. I'll come back and make the bezel look better. You know, make it work with the whole surface. Um, actually, might I'll probably mount a gun on the far corner. Like this is how wide. Make sure I'm lined up with it. That's how wide the door is going to be. I mean the room is going to be. We're planning for the big room for building. I want to be able to I want to be able to roll a cruiser or a small battle ship out of this thing. Even if it's rolling, even if it's sliding out sideways because it'll definitely be wider and taller than it is deep. Make sure the bottom's done. But what colors do you think I should go with? I mean, I've been using a red and near black for my color scheme so far. What do you think I should go with? Do you think I should just bring in like some orange accents? And because Murica it up. I mean, the problem with Murica it up is that's the color scheme I've been working with this whole time is a near black, dark gray and dark red. Like if I was to make it straight up black, that's how much darker it is. Not that much. Honestly, the gray makes it blend in more. This is the dark gray that I've been using for I've been using this middle gray, I guess you can call it. Regular gray, middle gray, whatever you want to call it. I was using that when I was redesigning the unicorn because I was spending large periods of time in near total darkness and it got hard to see, so it was easier to just do it in a lighter color so that I could see it. And honestly, I kind of like the mishmash of the colors now. May Red, white, and blue would be really obnoxious for a room you're working in. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. It's just red, white, and blue's nice to look at, the good old red, white, and blue. But lock yourself in a room of just those three colors. And your head'll start hurting. Um White and blue on the interior with red accent lights around the top. We use white lights at the bottom where we're primarily building, but red ones at the top. I'm just gonna build it in the gray and then we'll paint it afterwards. Just to keep things simple so I don't uh, accidentally paint things in the wrong color. Yeah, I think we'll for the outside for the outside of the base, we'll do the outside of the base in the black and in the dark gray, nearly black, and red because it blends in with the space better. It helps camouflage the base a little better. Seriously, from a distance, the only reason you can actually see the base is because of the GPS. Um, but on the inside, we'll use the blue and white paint with the occasional red light. Like red lights near the entrances, not all over. Red lights all over would start. Red light is the color you use when you want to sleep. Weirdly enough. I actually have a pair of red filters I put over my stream lights when I lay down sometimes. Cause fun fact, my stream lights are the only lights I have in my room. The light on my ceiling does not have a working bulb. And I'm just too lazy to replace it because it's high enough I need a ladder to get to. I'm not even going to deny it. It is 100%. I'm too lazy to change it. Weirdly enough, I'm the only one tall in the house tall enough to reach the filter on our air conditioning unit. I still have to stand on top of 2 chairs stacked to reach it, though. Not comfortable, not happy. Don't like doing it. What do you think? Do we do kind of like we did here and do solid block and then fade into the wall? You know, like that? Or since this side is so close to this, do we just bring it straight across and join them together? I mean, it's only 2 full blocks away, you know. Fade it up here, but join it down lower. You know, like start fade up there. All right, yeah. That'll also guarantee that I have a solid, you know, it feels better that way, I guess you can say. You off today, Yuki, or you just woke up early today? All right, we'll just grab our dark gray and paint that up real quick. Woke up at time. I mean, I've been. I went to. I've been up since 6:30 yesterday. I've been up for a solid 13 hours now. You know, I'm gonna be up for at least another 4, even if I'm only streaming for, you know, even if I only stream for 3 hours. I'm gonna be up for 16, between 16 and 18 hours. That's just my minimum at this point. What are we thinking? For the paint. I do not have paint gun. I have paint gun in the mod pack, in my little pseudo mod pack that I'm using, but I'm not actively using it right now. Do we do red for the out? Do we do a red outline of the door frame? Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that. Did not like that. I mean, this is the exterior of the base, so this is where we're going to want to keep our color scheme consistent with what's already here, which is red and very dark gray, almost black, like we've got down there. Well, from a far enough distance, it's really hard to tell, that it's even there if it wasn't for the shininess. But this is where we said we were gonna one block, then fade it. You know what? I'm going to accept that. I'm going to accept that because we are uh, legitimately just fading it now. Can do it. Guess not. All right, I gotta charge up. Um, and we'll just repeat that the whole way around. The red will serve to. Red might not be the best color for that, especially if we have a near black door. It will turn into the flaming anus leading into the gaping void. Oh my god. We will literally be making a red ring of fire around around a black door. We're gonna make a bloody sphincter if we do that. Looks like we'll be extending that blue out the door. I refuse to have a bloody sphincter around the door. Ooh. How does that feel for the entrance to the door, for the frame? Hmm. And we can actually migrate that over onto the door if we want. Kind of see it as a tech portal almost. The longer it went, the more I liked it. Like, I don't want to use that skin on the inside, except the door, like I said. Ooh, I might want to do double doors. How badass would it be if on the outside you've got one blast door that'll come down, and on the and just inside it is another one going up. Two separate doors, kind of, you know, doing that number when they pass. Hmm. Oh, I didn't want that there anyway. It needs to be solid. I mean, it needs to be yeah. Well, not so much double doors as a double bulkhead, a double thick bulkhead. You know, and when they open up to let the ship out, one lowers down and the other goes up. You know, fully reinforce that vibe of this is the bulkhead protecting the inside. Like, yeah, I'll have to sacrifice a little bit of the room, having two separate bulkheads here, one here and one here. But that means I'll be able to make the outer one this color and do the inner one the whatever we decide to do artistically here. You know? Like, let me see what I can find for bulkheads. I know there is an actual bulkhead block. I just gotta find it. Don't tell me the bulkhead's under decorative blocks. That would piss me off so much. Wait, are they even open? Are they even unlocked? They're not. All right. Hangar doors are not unlocked yet. I have to actually build a door. I actually have to build a door on to unlock being able to build the hangar doors. Yeah, dude, I love the techie blue also, honestly. All right, well, now knowing that I need to legitimately build a door in order to freaking build a bulkhead. Let me find a door block. That's a toilet. Right. We will need to build at least 2 toilets to consider this a true base. That's my definitive statement on that one. If there's not at least 2 places we can run to use the bathroom, we did the base wrong. All right, so apparently I need interior plate to build a door. Hide empty. I wish it'd stay on by default. I'm going to legitimately just build a door out in the middle of nowhere. Just to unlock it and then break it. You know what? I'm going to leave those in my inventory because knowing my luck, I can use some of them for the bulkhead blocks. All right. For the hangar door, not bulkhead. I hate how difficult it is to find anything in the all blocks screen. Why is this so difficult to navigate? All right. That's what we're looking for right there is the airtight hangar door. Yeah, I've heard these aren't while these are technically airtight, they're not perfect. It says airtight. I've seen comments from people saying that's not entirely true. Wait, is that all it goes to? Does it really? That's all it goes to? Oh, that sucks. That's not big enough. I mean, I suppose we can do it like that, but that feels ugly. Our opening's 10 wide. That that doesn't that legitimately will not work. Hmm. How you doing, Kane? Caned? How you doing? Kanan? Okay. Kanan. All right. I'm doing pretty good. Just relaxing with some space engineers after a long night at work. I say relaxing, but uh I'm putting myself through the stress of design. So, hmm. Uh, just made a mini miner. Nice. We're trying to figure out if we can make this work. We have what's going to be a 20 wide by 10 high door hangar that we're going to be building ships in. And I'd like to put a door on it. But as it turns out, the airtight hangar door is only 3 high. I don't know if it's just because I tried to build them both at once, but yeah, they don't. It doesn't look like they join top to bottom. And this is too short to hmm. You know what? Let me get in here so I can look through this without wondering if I'm going to run out of power. Hmm. How do we do this? How do we do this? I'm not entirely familiar with this. Hmm. The door is too tall for us to use a traditional one. So do we do a piston door? No, a piston door wouldn't work, would it? No, I don't think a piston door would work quite right. it would try to as soon as it connected, it would try to bind up, and you would try to merge together. Or take blocks that it's not intended to with it. Man, are we really looking at a situation where we're gonna have to sorry. My back just decided it wanted to have pain shoot through it. Yeah. We don't have oh but blast doors aren't um there are I have a few cosmetic mods on here primarily, just stuff like doors and like fancy doors and stuff like that. I forgot about I forgot about blast doors. How do these work? I don't know how blast doors work. Okay, so they're actually smaller than a full. They're smaller. The teeth. So we're looking to build a pair of doors, one that comes down and one that goes up. Retracting. So it would have to be. Would one piston be enough for that, or would I need more than one pit? Well, no, more than one piston. I need it to be airtight though, so I'd want just use these, right? Actually, wouldn't mind the slight recess that these give us. Hmm. Yeah, what's up? A tip? Sure. I'm fine. I am only 200 hours into the game. I am still 100% amateur. Get a build and repair station on the base. Yeah, you know, I this base is still largely under construction. Like I've got a mining ship, a ship for scouting, but I'm currently in the process of digging out a massive like massive hangar for building in the future for for designing. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like a bank of welders hooked up to my conveyor systems. They can, so I can put a put a blueprint next to it, or fly a ship past it to repair it. Yeah, no, I know what you mean by that. Not welders. What you mean? Like that's something I don't think I've. You mean like what do you mean by that? Like I don't have anything called a build and repair station. Oh, great! No, I am 95%. I'm 90% vanilla. I've got a few mods on here, but mostly cosmetic and a few that I never ended up using when I intended to. All right, let me climb in the in my ship here and let me pull up the workshop on Steam. Nanobot build and repair system. I see. When I typed in build and repair, that's the first thing that came up. Yeah, that's a mod. Yeah, I think that's a mod. That is definitely a mod. It is not one that I have on here already. Um, yeah, I can't. I'm in survival, so I can't really. Trying to remember. Can I add mods to the to a pre-existing world if they're cosmetic? If they don't have any world gen, can I add mods? And if so, how do I do it? Let me unload the world, and yeah, oh right, it's through here. Load it, new Terra Nove, edit settings, that's right. Um Mods, that's how you do it. That's what I've got. Mostly, cosmetic things and stuff like that. And a few things that aren't, like I have the gravel resources extractor because Historically speaking, I have had horrible luck with finding cobalt on planets. Legitimately, there have been worlds that I have gone 20 meters and kilometers out from where I landed in a spiral and never found cobalt. So I just kind of use this one, keep this one on by default because it lets me at least get a trickle to get into space with. You know, that's just kind of a by default. I always keep that on. Um, uh, let's look for see if we can find well, this is definitely the one we're wanting, I think. Um um okay, that's still not long enough. I need this to go 10. I need this to go a 10 distance. Okay, no. Oh, these are that's force field doors. This extended length 9 blocks. Mm. When was 2016? Okay. That one's a maybe. That's a maybe. That it's been so long, I'm worried about it working on newer versions. Um this is 2021, so okay, no, that's a modded version of a different one. I ain't somebody customized that version. Like, is there just do we just go with the do we just go Hmm. No. No. Do we just go with the force field instead? Do we just go with the airtight force field hangar doors? Force field length of 1 through 10 blocks closed. we only use one. Well, we only use one thick door instead of two, but this might be the one we use. This should be the one we use. Wait. 3 to 32. This is exactly what we wanted. We bypassed it because it looked funny. This is exactly what we want here. Did it get added already? No. Where is it? There it is. That's exactly what we were looking for. I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted to get one of these two and only turn it on when we open the hangar door. When we press the button, it turns on a timer block that turns this on and then activates the hangar door. That's actually not a bad idea. That way we don't lose a ton of Atmo every time we have to open the hangar. And then when we close it, we then turn off, we then just reverse it, Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Words, they're troublesome. But yeah, no, that was exactly what we were looking for, the first of those two mods. And I recently learned how to use timer blocks so I can actually do what we just looked at. How neat would it be to actually build a space elevator to at least not even a space elevator, an elevator just to get us partway up to space to reduce how much how much we need for takeoffs. Might be something we do in the future. Maybe this world. If I do that, I'd probably want to get other people on to help me design it and get the build setup going. All right, so what we'll want, let's go find that mod. Well, I suppose we could just search door now. And I think we want 9x. We'll try that. And we're on the wrong... There we go. We'll try the 9x first, see if that's the right length. we'll just come down to this helm. Always useful to have a helm laying around your base somewhere. Let's see if that's the right. That actually did exactly what we want. So what I'm hearing is we need a 10x. We need a 10x, and we need to recess this one in the, one deep in the roof. Okay.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
All right, time to dump all our stuff. All right. You know what? Yeah, except when you're in space, things tend to not catch like you want. You don't need the alt mode, I suppose. I'm trying to as I build this base, I'm trying to ensure it's at it 100% airtight. So even if I'm being a little obtuse in how I'm doing it, oops, that's the wrong color. Oh, I just did stupid. All right. I'll have to remember that. You know, I think I've seen that before and I keep forgetting I can do that. That's the Hangar Fields mod. There it is. And I want the 10. All right, just waiting on steel plates now. Come on. And that's what I get for only putting one speed module on that because of its location. I've got 1 speed and 1 yield on that, but 4 speed, 2 speed and 2 yield on the refinery. Because it just does not go through cobalt at a good pace. It goes through platinum faster than it does cobalt, and that's saying something. Come on. Before my freaking power runs out and I need to go recharge. Come on. I absolutely know I've got plenty of steel. I should not have this many issues with it. Like, seriously, I think last I looked, I had 130,000, you know, iron ingots. So I should have plenty of steel. I should have plenty of iron for steel plates. That's not a question. It's just my freaking, because this was a pop-up base first and I decided to expand it into a full base. It's not fully kitted out, I guess you can say. I I plan on going a little overboard. Um because nothing says overboard like 36 refineries. I want there to be I want there to be no question. You know what? I bet I accidentally put a bunch of. Are one of these piston heads not done? Or one of these conveyors not done properly? All right. Yeah, the first thing I did when I when I got to space was find a nice sized asteroid and say this is going to be my outpost. And then like 3 days later, this is going to be my permanent base. Not my outpost, my permanent base. This is just the test position for the for the hangar doors. Um yeah, ads. That looks good. Oh, and it's got subtle little glow spots in it. I love it. It's got subtle little glow spots in it. Yeah, that'll work. I love that look. I love that look for the doors. That's the neon colorable lights one with the with that color. I like that. And then we'll have another one right on the inside. So we get the freaking. I'm being pedantic about this. I absolutely could make this airtight without doing this. I'm being pedantic. No skin to repaint. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know. Not quite enough mined out. You have so much mined out that it's causing a lag issue? What the hell? That's a serious amount of stuff. All right, those are still closed. I'm being a little overboard on how hard I'm trying to seal this, just because I can. You know, resources aren't a problem. Oh, you're a little low on something? Go freaking mine more. You know, resources isn't the problem. You know, if you're low on materials, go mine more. That's not the problem. It's wanting, be be pedantic about your specifics if you want. You know, you know, it only becomes a problem if like you're having, a lag issue because of it. I'm 100% going full encapsulation just because I can. In fact, I went too far. I just realized. Let's. I did not need to go this deep. I went deeper than I needed to. Giggity. Oh, that the number of cargoes might be part of the problem. True, and I understand that plenty, believe me. And now I'm I'm lost. Where am I? Why did I just put those components back to production? I'm an idiot. I am a complete and utter idiot.
Energy low.
I mean, it sounds like it's probably your ship's probably. It sounds like your ship's probably big enough. You can you can use nuclear if you're not at this point, or have you not found uranium yet? That's the only thing I haven't found on this one. I can get some uranium from the gravel extractor, but not enough to run a reactor on. You know, the little bit you see here, I've got a railgun on my scout ship. I've got a railgun on my scout ship, and that and all I did was just make a few saboted rounds for it. That sounds so menacing. I've got a railgun on my scout ship. Not a Gatling, not a autocannon, a railgun. That thing is full ion too. Yeah. I call it the unicorn because of the railgun location, but it 100% looks like it's screaming at the front from where I put that large warfare thruster. It looks like it's just ah. Please tell me you guys can see it and it's not just me. I didn't intend to do it, but it did happen. Just because just because 7 small ion thrusters did not match up to the two large ions in the back. All right. So, all right. This is what I want it to look like when we open it. One rises, the other lowers. Nice. That God, that looks awesome. That I love that look of them just, you know. Yeah, I like that. There's no such thing as too much power. There's no such thing as too much power when when it comes to your to your ships. There is no such thing as too much power. You know what? Let's see what this looks like when we build it. Oh. Have two of these nope, we're gonna go without that for now. We're not gonna use that for now. We might use that on a ship. We might use that on a ship. To give it a accessible hangar. But we need to finish welding up our test piece on the inside of the ship. That's what this on the inside of the base. That's what this is. That's not what I intended. We're welding up the we're building a what amounts to the design prototype for the interior of the hangar. Is what this is supposed to be. I mean, this is going to be 20 wide by the time I'm done mining it all out. I've actually got to move this entire mining array over 5 spaces that I can continue the mining. Hey, the 5 wide by 10 tall mining array, 3 piston deep. suppose I should start building more of these conveyors. I am. What is our power actually at right now? Oh, we're still plenty good. One hydrogen engine is all that's powering this base. One hydrogen engine being fueled by 3 O2H2 generators. Just one hydrogen engine. And this thing has pretty much not stopped running in forever and a day. Like that thing hasn't stopped running. 2 speed, 2 yield hasn't stopped running. Like, if you can bury them in a hole like this, these things are powerhouses. You know? The only problem is you can get into a power death spiral with them. So it is usually smart to have a couple solars around, but I don't have any currently because I just don't. But the plan for this asteroid, which by the way is very irregular, despite being plenty big enough. The plan for this asteroid is to eventually kind of build a network of tunnels through and around it and a bunch of docking platforms all over it for various ships. Yeah, it would probably be smarter to just build one ship and use it, use it for everything. But why not have a fleet just because you can? There's no reason not to have a fleet if you can. Besides, while this is technically a private multiplayer server I'm playing on, eventually I might invite some people onto it, and having space for them to just grab a ship and take off and go explore is fine. You know? It gives me options. I want to take the road. I want to just grab a different rodeo for the day. Grab a different ship to gallivant around the system in. Maybe I'll only have 2 with jump drives, allowing me to jump between planets. Maybe I'll build a large grid ship that's essentially a mobile dockyard, that I can convert to a station at the drop of a hat. Because you can do that. You can convert ships to stations. You don't have to, you can do that even in survival. Build your ship as a station, then change it to a ship when you're ready to move it. I was about to say I pressed both. I didn't see movement. God, that's still awesome looking at opening. I still love it. There's nothing saying you can't go overboard. And in point of fact, I think you should go overboard because going overboard is fun. If you're not going overboard, are you really playing this game right? It's Space Engineers. You start out small and your goal is to And your goal is to build whatever the F you want. So why not go big all the time? You know, playing by yourself, build a freaking space, build a fleet of ships just to say you built them. Why not? I mean, I might eventually pull a blueprint for a star destroyer off of the workshop and have and have a built and and have a automated shipbuilder dockyard build it. Why not? What's telling me I can't? The only thing stopping me is the PCU limit. And while that is pretty major, nothing saying I can't turn it, nothing saying I can't disable it. You can do that. Oh, I am low on battery and low on oxygen. Nice. Does not feel like I've been live for 2 hours. All right. Construction components, small steel tubes, interior plates, and motors. That's what I need in my inventory. Ooh. I might be a little low on nickel. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm 100% with you there. Connectors are so useful. If you're not building every ship you have with a connector, you're not doing things entirely right, in my opinion. They're dead useful and almost to the point of essential. It is possible to play without them. Don't know why you would, but you could. I mean, I suppose it is technically possible to improvise a connector using merge blocks. No, that wouldn't work. They're different grids. Yeah, you could improvise a connection. You can improvise a connection using merge blocks and the conveyor extension ring, I think. Yeah. Well, no. Merge blocks can also be used to decouple them. No. No, that wouldn't work. That uh what my idea wouldn't work. I was saying you could use these. Where are they? Are they small grid exclusives? I was saying you could use where is it? What conveyor frames, but that wouldn't work. Hmm. Conveyor frames wouldn't work. Because as soon as they line up correctly and the blocks are merged, they'd join together permanently. So so you would either have to manually place a conveyor in between the two every time, or you would have to use a connector. You wouldn't be, and that would only work on small grid ships anyway. Um, yeah, no, connectors are really the better option there. As much as I don't want to admit, conveyors are the option to go with, not conveyor connectors. I wish it would keep that hide empty on, but it never does. Yeah, I will nice. Yeah, merge blocks only count electrical, so yeah. Ooh, actually, if you use merge blocks and connectors creatively, you could build a I do have a Discord. You should be able to type in exclamation Discord to find a link to that. There we go. It's a little sleepy. I'm not going to lie. um, it is a little sleepy, but I'm almost always available to chat. Um, I definitely, as you can tell from my viewer count right now, I do not have a big viewership, but do I do I stream these days purely because I want to stream, not because I'm really making money at it. But I try to stream Monday through Friday lately, uh, 7 a.m. Eastern time. I pretty much always let people know when. Hey, thank you for the follow. I pretty much always let people know when I'm going live on my Discord. Interior plate and small steel tubes. Yeah, I am always happy to chat. Um, I will admit, usually from noon Eastern to 7 p.m. I'm usually asleep because I got work at night. But I'm usually available to chat. Um, that's a private sail ship, MTMN. That is a faction I've never seen. They're neutral to me, so they shouldn't get aggressive if I do a flyby. And if they do, I've got a railgun. I'm going to be able to disable their engines fairly easily. Oh. I generally don't bring people on for voice chat, not until I get to know them, you know. But yeah, I've never seen this ship before. Let's do a flyby on them. Yeah, I had a bad instance a while back where I opened up voice chat to anyone on the Discord, and well, the first person that joined, they're all banned from the Discord now. The first thing they joined on stream and immediately just started screaming penis over and over. So I kinda I wait till I know people a little before I bring them on. Always gets embarrassing when somebody does something like that. Yeah, they sounded like they were older than that too. They sounded like they were in their late 20s. They didn't sound young. Just somebody who wanted to be a troll. Okay, fair enough. Is that's got solar panels? Hello. MTMN. I am not familiar with that faction. Mystic Minerals. So they're actually a okay. All right, so they're they're a do not screw with because don't want to mess with the don't want to mess with the with our don't want to mess with the merchants. That's how you end up blackballed. Stole those ships before? Yeah, I haven't actually found any places in space to dock and you know explore. I mean, we do have the that one Mayday that keeps popping up. That's one of those abandoned bases, but that's it. And honestly, I wasn't too impressed with what was on it when I went and peeked at it. Yeah, it's definitely a base, and I didn't get shot at, so I think it's a malformed base because I think yeah I think it's a malformed base, like like it's like it was intended to spawn in an asteroid a certain way and didn't. As far as I can tell, it did not. It did not. When I approached it, I expected to get shot at. I did not get shot at. Yeah, you can understand why I was a little confused when approaching a Mayday base. I've seen them before on on videos by other people. I've seen them, the little asteroid bases, and I expected to get shot at. I didn't. Yeah, I haven't had many NPC ships. I see more pirate ships than I do any other faction, and well, there's a reason I've got just a little meager bit of base defense up. You know, after the first pirate ship came within 6 kilometers of me, I said, no, you know what? I want base defenses. All right, let's line this up. I might not be high enough, but whoop, too far. There we go. All right, let's just check and see what kind of damage I did back here. That's that bump. That bump just then is exactly why I've got these extending past. So if I go too far and I bump, time for work, huh? That's exactly why I have these sticking out past the engines. So if I'm backing up and I go too far, those will hit before the engines do. Oh, you don't have to work today. Oh, nice. It's always nice when you don't have to go to work. You do have plan, you know. I'd be worried if you didn't. Root knows I'm not going to have time for anything but work and streaming for the next week. My next day off is next week. That's the best way to describe my next day off. Next week. I don't have another day off until next week. I'm gonna get the conveyors constructed on stream, I think, and then start moving over the pistons one by one. Yes, because my last day off was Sunday. Our work schedule runs from Wednesday to Tuesday, so you know I have Sunday and yeah, so so our work weekends half what my work weekends half I just today is the start of a new work schedule. So it's legal. I mean, you know, back in the day, factory workers used to do 1 week on, 1 week off, and that was how they worked. 7 days straight, then you get 2 days, then you get 7 days to take a break, to keep from burnout. This makes the second one of these that I've had to ban today. Hey, is the second one of those today. I'm a little concerned there may be a new bot farm starting for those. So Yuki, if you're still here, I don't think you got to see the door test. If we can. Oh wait, it's open at the moment. The doors. We got the doors. I love it. I love it. That's exactly what we were looking for. It's a bad angle to view it from, but we found the doors we wanted. I have to figure out what we want to do artistically in here, but I'm gonna start. As soon as I finish these conveyors, I'm gonna start moving the piston stacks over one by one. I'm only going to be able to build one more. Yep, construction components. Might as well get the other materials laid in. All right, and there's steel tubes. The doors are going to be glorious. Imagine that 20 wide door. You're standing out in front of it. It starts opening. The rise. You see nothing but a plate behind it, and then it gets halfway and they separate. And then a ship comes floating out. It'll be glorious. Oh, it's gonna be so glorious. I can't wait to see it. Might even add a few spinning emergency lights to it too. Because those are a thing too. If I search. Where is it? I saw it a little while ago. There it is. Rotating light. Red. Red with a bullet, with a where is my I am disoriented. Or only have it turn on when the doors are opening. Set up a timer chain. Say only turns on when the doors are so it's only on when the doors are opening. Set it up when you trigger the command. When you trigger the first timer block, it turns on the light, then moves to second timer block, which triggers both of the doors. Yeah, that's the way to do it. But in the meanwhile, that's just a flashing annoyance. Give it the whole caution, warning, there is something happening here. I think that'll be the perfect idea. More construction components. All right. That is the 5 wide for the second set. As long as I keep that lower row there intact, I'll be able to keep conveying things over. But first step is emptying my inventory. And we'll start at the top. This is where it's going to get slow here. This is going to be the slow and painful part here. Because I'm going to have to do each of these one by one in order to keep it simple. Oh, what? Yeah, this is where it's going to get a little boring, I think. Moving all these pistons and the drills. So we'll do this for 30 more minutes on stream, then I'll finish it off stream. Mostly because I'll also be hungry by that point, so I'll need to go get food. You know what? Something just occurred to me. I could simplify this a lot. we're in space. Gravity pressure is not as bad, so the tensor should do a lot more for me. The inertia tensor. Um, why am I not just making the mining head 5 wide and stacking 10 of them? You know, because you can link together mining drills. They don't have to be connected to a piston like that or a conveyor. Why am I not doing that? Saving on materials. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Why am I not doing that? That way I only need one triple stack of pistons on each, on each one. And I wouldn't trust more, trust,
Inventory full.
I mean, think about it. What's our motion at the tip like? There's a little bit of wiggle wiggle. There's not much more than there was before. This might be it. That might be the way to go. That would cut down massively on resources needed every time I move. What do you mean components couldn't be deposited? Oh. That inventory isn't connected to anything somehow. Oh. It wasn't the only one.
Energy low.
All right, well, I have to at the very least get that picked up before I can call it a day. So there we go. Sorry you guys haven't heard much of the music lately. I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to call it a day for stream, but I gotta finish picking up that bundle and get this torn down. So I will see you guys next time. Catch you later.